Now we see from Bill Cooper's vantage point up over the hill. That's also a sickening ride coming up over there. Along the straightaway, this right-hander lightly dabbed the brakes and then hard onto the throttle. Under this bridge, the road just disappears out from under you. And through turn 7, also a quick dab on the brakes to set the car up. Swing it all the way out to the left-hand side, down the front straightaway here. This is the fastest portion of the circuit. He moves to the inside to pass a slower car, gets back on line, far left side, down 2 gears and into turn number 1. So slower Honda Prelude going into turn 1. Now they're fast as Bill Cooper.
Oh, problems out on the track here as Bill Cooper goes right by. Boy, I didn't catch who that was, but he was upside down.
Upside down, number 19, Albert Mirko. That was a Mitsubishi Eclipse, and right upside down in the S's. We can see now what happened. He got off course, hit the retaining wall on the infield side of the circuit, and then rolled the car right over onto its roof. He took a lot of dirt out on the track with him. This track's going to be a mess. The yellow flags are out, the car's upside down, and he's lying down on his back, being tended to by the SCCA course workers here at Limerock. He's probably just shaken. A rollover like that really jiggles the insides.
Albert Mirko from Morgan Hill, California. Best finish this year, a 4th at Des Moines. Jeff Kingery and Paul Chater back at Limerock, the restart of the World Challenge, and some good news to report. Albert Mirko, who's number 19 Mitsubishi Flip that brought out the yellow, he's okay. And now in Class A, Kim Baker, number 9, is 2nd overall. He was able to use the yellow. He got his lap back. He's now on the lead lap, and he's chasing Bill Cooper.
Well, the pace car came out, and just as you predicted, Jeff, if we had a yellow, this could be good for Kim Baker. We're inside now with Bill Cooper as he heads around through the twisty portion of the circuit where the yellow flag came out. We can see that the track now going across here is cleaned off. There was a little oil, some fluid left from the radiator. They've cleaned that up, and Cooper has his foot hard in it because when he looks in the mirror, he sees Kim Baker, and he knows he's on the same lap. Now look at R.K. Smith, the 3rd car in the picture, the other die-line Corvette, running in 3rd spot still, but he is really pushing hard. He's using every inch of road and then some, kicking up dirt through almost every corner.
That yellow helped Kim Baker, got him back on the lead lap, able to close up. It's also helping everybody here in Class A because they're right at the front of the field, at least for the time being, and with time running down in the race, they don't have to worry about any of the slower cars.
And the traffic has been a problem throughout this race because of the speed differential, but the 3 Class A cars now running 1, 2, 3 well ahead of the rest of the pack. Look at R.K. Smith again. 2 wheels in the dirt. He should be careful. That's what sent Paul Newman into the tire wall in the early stages of this race.
Paul Newman had the fastest qualifying speed, and
wow,
now RK
missed his braking point heading into turn 1, trying just a bit too hard, and he went off the edge of the road. Completely under control, though. He didn't lock the wheels up, but he did miss his braking point, and that's allowed the front 2 cars, Bill Cooper, his teammate, and Kim Baker, to run away.
It didn't cost RK any spots, but it certainly cost him a chance at a win.
Kim Baker also trying hard. He's using all the curving. Now, this is hard on the tires, but in the later stages of the race, such as this, it's not quite as important. Look at this. Bill Cooper right off the road, 2 wheels into the dirt out of turn 7, down the front straightaway. Now, Kim Baker's been able to close the gap significantly because of Cooper's mistake coming out of turn 7.
Well, that's a smoke screen that would do any auto chase proud.
Inside now with Bill Cooper. Around turn number 2, heading for turn 3, through the S's. Really hard. That V8 working very hard to try to keep Kim Baker back in 2nd place. Now, you can see they put their brakes on in exactly the same place, but Baker held his braking just a little bit longer. That's going to affect his speed down this straightaway and through this right-hander. Cooper pulled out maybe 3-4 feet as he charges down the hill through turn number 7. And Baker's got to make that grab.
We are back. Limerock, the setting in beautiful Connecticut. We're witnessing the battle right now for the lead in the A class, and overall a battle of the Corvettes. The leader is Bill Cooper, in the number 6 Corvette, and right behind him another Corvette in the number 9 car. That's Kim Baker.
Cooper has led right from when Kim Baker ran into mechanical problems, and then the 2 yellow flags allowed Baker to catch up and then unlap himself, and he's back challenging for the lead. And he is sticking very close to Bill Cooper. Now watch Cooper. Tires squeal a little bit. Oh, he got a slide coming out of that corner. He's trying very hard to hold off Baker. We see Baker bottoming out, a little puff of smoke from the right front tire as it hit the bodywork, and Cooper's right to the edge of the circuit. This is a good race.
The pass is going to come. It may be here, coming down to turn 1.
Cooper trying to shut off a pass by moving to the middle of the circuit. He knew Baker was going to try to get by him, so he moved to the middle of the track to shut off a pass under braking. Now inside with Bill Cooper as he comes up on a Golf GTI, which he has to put a lap down. Fortunately, the driver in the Golf moves out of the way, allows Cooper through. Baker sticking right with him. They go through turns number 2 and 3, heading to the place where the accident was earlier. They're having a fairly clean run. Now hard on the brakes. Accelerate through the turn, up the hill. The car gets light down the front straightaway. He's got some slower traffic to contend with. Again, dab on the brakes, set the car up, get a little bit of a slide coming out, not too much because there's no speed curbing on the outside of this turn, just dirt. Down the hill through turn 7. Wow, he's bouncing around. He hit the curbs. He's taken a little dirt there on the left-hand side as well. Now watch him move again to the middle of the circuit. He's doing this to shut off a pass from Kim Baker.
Baker really pressing him right now. If you're Bill Cooper in that lead car, how much are you watching that rearview mirror?
Well, you glance at it. You don't want to watch it too much because then you start driving the other guy's race, not driving your own race. The whole race is out the windshield, not in your mirror. And he's experienced enough to know that. He will be glancing at his mirror. He knows Kim Baker's back there, but he's not going to concentrate on it. He's going to do his job of driving his own race as fast as he can.
And that is the battle for the overall lead.
Kim Baker's very smooth. He's not using as much road as Cooper, which suggests that he's got a car that's handling a little better. Now, if he can get close enough on the front straightaway going into turn 1, which is the best place on the circuit to pass, he may have an opportunity to take over the lead. Now, he's not close enough yet, and Cooper is moving down low early going into turn number 1 to stop Baker from passing. But we can see Baker closes right up through the S's here, coming out of turn 1 and then through the very quick left-hander turn number 2. And then heading towards turn 3, through the S section, and then up the hill. Baker seems to have a car that is handling a little better.
A lot of this crowd that has packed the hillsides here in Limerock on its feet right now. They are witnessing a great race in the closing stages. That's Kim Baker chasing and Bill Cooper in the lead.
Who would have thought that Baker would be in this position when he was a lap down not that long ago?
Could really tighten up the standings to make the points lead in Class A.
Inside again with Bill Cooper as he comes up to lap a slower car into the left-hander turn number 2. Off the throttle a little. The car seems to be sliding around quite a bit. That corner looks slippery. Then through turn number 3, a right-hander through the S part of the circuit. Up the gear, on the brakes, and then hard on the throttle over the hill. Now this will affect his speed down the front straightaway. He couldn't get a clean line through this corner because he had to pass a slower car. But Kim Baker had to do it as well. Now look at Baker trying on the outside going into turn 1. Now that's not going to work this time, but it's going to set him up better for corner number 2, so he may have speed advantage by the time they get out of turn number 3. You can see him moving to the outside. Now he's going to try to use the traffic. He's going to try to block Bill Cooper behind this Mazda Miata. It didn't work, but look at Cooper now facing all this traffic. He doesn't know where to go. He's behind the slower B-Class Camaro, number 22 of Nastasi. He gets right up close. Nastasi puts his hand in the air, waves Cooper through, and he's down into turn number 7. Kim Baker following him, and they've got a lot of traffic to pick through. Baker can use this to his advantage.
And here we come down the main straightaway, and that's Baker coming to the inside, and he's got him.
Beautiful pass. He planned it perfectly. He did use the traffic. He got Cooper offline. He moved well to the inside. Cooper couldn't move over any further, and Kim Baker has got the lead back. It's amazing. When he was a lap down, we can see he's swinging wide, much wider than Bill Cooper through the turn, but he's starting to pull away through here as they get on the power. We're inside Bill Cooper's car, chasing down the leader, number 9, Kim Baker.
And he's got some open room to run now.
Well, the traffic was critical. We predicted it at the beginning that it would play a factor in this race, and it certainly did. It allowed, in this instance, for Kim Baker to grab the lead back from Bill Cooper. A good piece of driving. Cooper just got checkmated down the front straight.
This has been the biggest battle all day, and also a pretty good battle in Class B. Dave Jolly. We're coming right back. The finish coming up here at Limerock, and it's been a wild one. Stick around. Jeff Kingery, Paul Chater back at Limerock. Just a few moments left in this timed 1-hour race, and a battle up front for the A championship and the overall lead. The Corvettes of Kim Baker and Bill Cooper running 2.
And it's a great fight. Kim Baker used the traffic to his advantage to get into the lead. We can watch now Bill Cooper's vantage, and look at Baker. Whoa, he's way off into the dirt. 2 wheels. You could hear all the gravel underneath Cooper's car, and Cooper backed off the throttle wisely when Baker got into the dirt. He could have used it as an opportunity to pass Baker, but with the slower traffic out there, it could have caused an accident. So Cooper got out of the throttle, backed off, and now he's chasing down Baker one more time. These guys are really going at it.
That was the C-Class leader, Ron Emick, that they went by at the end of turn 1.
Down the back straightaway, they both move over to pass a slower car under braking. Baker in a better position because he was able to move all the way back over to the left side of the circuit to attack this corner, so he has a slight speed advantage on Cooper going down the hill through turn number 7.
And here they come on the main straightaway, and just this lap left. We'll be at 1 hour when they finish.
Well, it's now or never for Bill Cooper, and Baker shuts him off. Cooper gets quite a slide under braking going into turn number 1. That's going to cost him, as we see from his vantage through turn number 1, just coming out of it, then into the left-hander turn 2. Cooper locked it up, got the car sliding a little going into turn 1, and that cost him. We can see he's not as close to Kim Baker as he was on the previous lap.
No, Bill's going to need a miracle to overhaul him here, and that miracle may come in the form of a slower car. Oh, he went down in the grass to get by.
That was close. This is the kind of pass where a race driver you stop breathing for a few seconds until you get through. Kim Baker managed to pull it off. That was tight. He had 2 wheels off onto the grass.
Couple of more turns, and Kim.
A great drive today by Kim Baker. Coming back from a 1 lap down deficit, there's the checkered flag for him. And Kim Baker wins the SCCA World Challenge here in Limerock.
Good run for Kim Baker, and he had to battle back from a mechanical problem, possibly an electrical problem. We'll find out in just a few moments. We'll find. Had to start way back. Here's how they finished in A class in the battle.
Kim, congratulations. I mean, you left it right up until nearly till the end.
Well, it was one of the toughest races that we ever had a race, but thanks for a few yellow flags, we were able to make up that ground I lost when I had to do the on-track repair.
What happened with the car?
Blew a fuse for the ignition, and I reached across for the fuse boxes, and the first fuse I grabbed happened to be the right one. I had no idea which one it was.
We said at the start of today's World Challenge race that it would be exciting, and it certainly was, Paul.
Starting with Paul Newman, he put on a great show and then overcooked it in the turn, went into the wall. It was kind of a shame to see him go out, but it turned into a great 3-race battle, and Kim Baker left it right until the end. Couldn't have been a better finish.
Kim Baker, the winner in Class A today. Luke.